an introductory class on HTML and CSS. In this class, I'll be training on how to create a folder containing your HTML and CSS document. So the first thing you have to do is to right click on your desktop. You click on new, click on folder to create a new folder. Then you rename it as my project. Then you click on enter. So once this is done, you can launch your VS Code. This is my VS Code. You launch your VS Code, and I will come to file. Click on new text file. Then automatically a new tab will be opened titled Untitled 1. Then you go back to your file, you click save as, you label it, the file name to be index.html. Then you go to document, my desktop. Then you click on my project. The folder you created, ensure you are saving it inside the folder. Once you click on the folder, you save it inside the folder. Then automatically it will change to index.html. You repeat the same process for your CSS. To save your CSS file, go back to file, click on new text file. Then you go back to file, click on save as. You save it as what? style.css. Then you click on desktop and select new project, open and save. So now that you've done that, you notice you've created your index.html and your style.html. Going back to your desktop, once you load your folder you created, you notice the two files you have created are saved inside the folder. So the next thing we have to do is to move directly to your HTML, to your VS Code. Go to your VS Code and you declare your document type. You go to your index first, not your CSS. Then you declare your document type to be HTML, and HTML is divided into two. We have the head and we have the body. HTML is divided into two, the head and the body, which is the head and the body. This is the head and the body. So HTML consists of two parts, the head and the body. You notice every tag I open, I close immediately. Inside the head, we've talked about title from PDF I gave to you guys. We talked about title. So I'll title here to be my first program. And in the body, we talked about the headings, which is the H1 to H6 and the paragraph. So my heading, I will use H1 here. I'll title this to be welcome to HTML class. Then go to the next line and I'll open for P, which is paragraph. Say HTML stands for hypertext markup language. Okay, hypertext markup language. So this is the basic HTML code for beginners. So what do? I click on Ctrl S and I go to run and debug. So once I debug, it will bring out this for me. Get it? To bring out this for me, then I'll reload. So once you come to this place, you reload. So look at it very well. My first program shows the title, and this is welcome to HTML class as my H1, and HTML stands for hypertext markup language. That's my P. Okay, and the next thing we're to learn is how to link your HTML to your CSS so that you should be able to style the HTML using CSS. Now, what you just have to do to link it is to create a line of code, which is link. So we're linking our style sheet. And we'll hyper reference it. So we're linking it, and now you notice that the computer automatically recognize the style sheet we are calling, because the style sheet and the HTML are in the same folder, so it is easy for the computer to locate it. So I close it. So automatically I have linked my style sheet to my HTML. So I can now go over to my style sheet and start styling my HTML from my style sheet. So I'll save this, Ctrl S. Then now I'll move over to my style sheet. So in this style sheet, what we do in style sheet is to call on any element, any attribute from the HTML and style it. So the first thing we have to call is the body. So I am calling the body. Then we're using a different parenthesis, which is what? A coiling bracket for our CSS. So now that I've called the body, I want to tell the computer that, okay, I don't want my background color. I don't want my background color to be white anymore. I want my background color to be what? Light blue. So I'll come over to this place. I'll type on background color. I'll type what? Light blue. Then I'll Ctrl save it, Ctrl S. Then let me load my browser. Once I reload, you notice the color have changed from white to light blue. So meaning that my CSS is active and working. Then the next thing I'm to do is to go to my H1. So I am styling each element one after the other. So my H1, now I want to change the color of my text. So I'm changing color of my text to brown. Then let me increase the font size. I'm increasing the font size. Let me use 60 pixel. Then my font family, let me use Times New Roman. Then I don't like the way it's by your left, so let me bring it to center. So use text align. Then I'll click on what? Center. If you notice these terminologies we are using, these are the same terminologies you use on your Microsoft, on your basic computer packages. Color is color, font size, font family, text align. They are all same word terminology. Then the next one I want to go to is my P. I want to style my P. Then let me increase the font size. Let me just increase it to 20 pixel. Okay, to 20 pixel. Then I save it. Okay, let me change the color. Let me use okay, let me use yellow. Sorry, yellow color. Yellow is okay. Then Ctrl S again. Then I'll go back to my browser and I'll reload the browser. So once you reload your browser, this is reload, you refresh it. So once you refresh, you notice my HTML becomes bigger, the text family has changed, the font size is bigger, the color has changed to red, and my hypertext HTML stands for hypertext markup language, has also changed color to yellow. Now the size is small. I'm going here over to the size. Let me increase the size to 35 pixel. Ctrl S. The yellow is not fine. So let me look for something that is fine. Let me use a very dark blue. How did I come about this? Once you come to this place, you click here automatically to bring out this for you. So I've selected, and I'll press Ctrl S. So once I click on Ctrl S, I'll go back and reload. So you notice it has changed to the font size has increased and the color has also changed. So this is just an introductory class to HTML and CSS. So in our next class, we are going to be doing more on CSS styling and more on HTML. Thank you all.